at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning where the first riff that Pete comes up with goes from some sort of...
From one just
G
random chord to the next.
G sharp or A flat, I still never know.
Well, that depends on what key you're in.
And what key were we in?
I would say like Haribo. Something like that.
So, it's Monday morning. Welcome back, everybody. Let me try and turn some distortion pedals off so we don't have quite so much history in my amplifier. And then let's tell you about two new guitars. Well, a new guitar and a new bass from the Fender Player Plus range.
Oh God, this is still on. Sorry, I'll just turn this down.
It's Meteora, everybody, in association with Domino's Pizzas.
Yeah, my favourite Domino's pizza.
Absolutely. No good if you're vegetarian. But Meteora is a... how would you describe this shape, Mr. Pete?
I would say like a futuristic Jazzmaster, or futuristic offset, right?
Is it futuristic, though, in that wasn't the Meteora a guitar shape from the 70s that was out very, very briefly and didn't really take off?
But it was futuristic then.
Oh,
and I think it still looks totally futuristic. I mean, I think it belongs to the Jetsons, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So, anyway, Meteora.
Yum yum.
Cool shape. As Pete said, it's almost like it... Is it an upside down Jazzmaster or something? I don't know. But it's very futuristic, very cool. Player Plus was a series that came out at the back end of 2021, given a few sort of upgraded features on Player Series, like the slightly flatter radius fretboards, the locking tuners, different switching options, that kind of thing. It's been pretty popular.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, Mr. Pete, I actually think that doing Player Plus in the Meteora shape is a hint of genius from Fender, because it's kind of... It is a sort of a Player Plus is a contemporary
I agree.
vibe, and obviously if you put contemporary vibe things on very traditional looking instruments like Strats and Tellys, you sometimes go, is it something, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and then nothing of anything? Whereas with Meteora, I kind of feel it's like...
It's got a place.
It's got a place.
But they didn't they do the, the Blackguard butterscotch with the telly system, like made in America, and I was like, oh, we need one of those, and then it was all sold out really quickly. That was the one that started for me.
Very, very quickly, there are 4 guitars on screen now, which show you the 2 colours you can get with the Power Ferro fretboards and the 2 colours you can get with the maple boards, which are the 2 that we've got here.
Yeah.
Silver Burst, if that's what it's called, is probably my favourite.
Yeah, it's probably a hero colour, isn't it, really? Then you got the green lime and you got the Bel Air blue there with the fade in.
And traditional kind of 3-tone sunburst.
Yeah.
And if Pete holds up the bass, which we will demonstrate in this video
I will
for
try
all
my
you bass
best.
fans there.
Yeah.
Again, you've got some different colours available in that.
4 colours.
Both the Power Ferro and the maple boards.
Yeah.
Again, right. Let's do tones, Mr. Pete.
Go for it.
Because,
go for it.
no, you go for it.
You sure?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay. Oh.
You do tones, and I'll maybe just describe how I feel about the feel.
I'll describe how I feel about it. So you got an alder body, maple neck, roll fingerboards, really lovely. Was it heavy? No, not really. I don't think it's heavy.
No,
it's
not
sort
really,
of
is it?
in between, isn't it?
I would have said it's stratty weight, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I was thinking they were going to be a bit heheavier because they look quite much bigger than they actually are.
There's a lot of chunker down here, isn't there?
Yeah,
but
I like the shape, man.
Nothing wrong with having a bit of chunk down there.
No, if you're into that sort of stuff. So you got 2 tone for each pickup. These are the Fireball.
Okay, Venus?
Okay, Steve.
Right. Let's go.
As Pitbull said. And you got an S1 switch here.
Pitbull?
Yeah, but Pitbull is the song. Fireball.
No.
Fireball.
Fireball is all about XL5 and puppets and space age things.
XL5. And then you've got an S1 switch here which splits the humbucker, so that's pretty cool. Fireball. There must be a new thing. It's also Fireball pickups on the bass.
We were saying that earlier. We saw the spec Fireball humbuckers on the bass and the guitars, and I think that I might be wrong, but I can't remember seeing Fireball humbuckers. I'm sure
they just
on
look
the,
like the.
I'm sure on the Player Plus Strat HSS Strat, it's not called a Fireball, isn't it? An Atomic? Do you know what? I might be totally wrong, but this is the Fireball humbucker.
Links below. Like and subscribe, and
let's hear it, Mr. Pete.
Here's a G chord. What's on the neck?
Was Was that a Tom Jones song?
No. It's Pitbull.
I know, but what was the...
No, Thunderball.
Thunderball.
Yeah.
I apologise, Tom.
Thunderball.
I bet you played that a few times, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
It's a cool looking guitar.
It's a very cool guitar.
Brands like, I want to say brands like sort of Balaguer and stuff like that have done that's kind of become their sort of shape. And I like it. I do like it.
It's really cool.
It's a contemporary kind of cool rock looking guitar, isn't it?
I just got the little harmony tune on it. It's a tiny little guitar. And it's just, if you want a guitar that inspires you to do something, you get a different guitar.
Yeah.
If you get 2 or 3 different Strats, there's old Strats.
26 different Strats.
Yeah, exactly. There's just old Strats or old Telecasters. Get something like this. It's super cool. It'll inspire you to play other things. Nice and pokey that. Does it split? So it splits everything. Yep. So then there's like single coils, you know. Nice 12-inch radius board is super easy to play.
Unusual to have two tone controls, isn't it?
But I guess if you're in the middle position. You know, you can...
Is the idea to have, you know, ideally basically one quite muted tone, and then you go straight to the other and you've got the ching. I mean,
I don't know, you have the option.
You've got 2 tone controls on a Strat. I don't know why I'm making such a fuss over it.
Exactly.
Hey, and on a Les Paul.
And on a Les Paul.
In fact,
yeah, so it's so weird.
Everything other than a Telecaster has got 2 tone controls. Ignore me.
So just shut up.
It's Monday morning.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a bit of gain. It's light. We're not very loud here today, are we?
We're not loud. No, it's nice.
Yeah. Nice satin finish neck.
That's your JHS kind of blues breaker vibe, isn't it? So quite low gain.
It's quite low gain. Again, 9s. Two-point trim here is nice. Slightly floating. Oh, that's almost like this got the quacky kind of sound, isn't it? This is more gain.
You do
Got
need
one
more
of these,
gain. You're getting boneyard.
Yeah, boneyard here. Might be a bit too much.
No,
let's do it.
It's perfect.
The Dane and the Morning Glory. Feed back the pickup. I think it's really
noticed
great.
that. I think I've got a Rat. It's the JHS Pack Rat, which has all the different kind of Rat circuits inside it, and I was using that for gain, and again it was like. again,
No, it's super
decibel
loud.
meter in the corner, you can see
Yeah.
we're not crazy loud in here. And I was like, wow, that wants to go, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I like it.
Give us some
I
of your
like it.
gain. Give us some of your.
Yeah, I mean, I was basically, I kind of found my tone pretty quick, actually, on this morning's jam. I had some delay from the GFI Specular Tempest and the Rat
Specular.
on which setting? On the OG setting, the original. I actually really like the way this has been set up when you do those bends and the G string slips underneath the B and it gives you that sort of double. I like that tone.
Yeah, it's a good guitar, man. I like the shape.
I like
it's
some
cool.
of this detail here. So you've got the sort of the winds blowing either side of the Fender logo, which I think was more of like a jazz mastery kind of vibe. Is it a slightly bigger headstock? Or is it just this kind
Is it
of...
a 70s
this
headstock,
sort of
isn't it?
feels...
It looks like it's a 70s
it kind of
headstock.
feels like maybe not quite... Maybe it's because I'm used to seeing the logo different on... Yeah, it's that... So that might be an optical illusion. If you look on a... I just happen to have an actual 70s Strat here.
No, it's the same.
So, no, it's not. I think it's slightly smaller, isn't it? What do you guys think? Is it just the... Shall I take my plectrum out my mouth so you can hear me speaking? Is it just the fact that the F... The Fender wording is bigger that makes...
I think it's the same, man. I think maybe this is slightly more
Yeah, I think it's
square up, but I
slightly
think,
bigger, the 70s heads. Well,
No,
whatever.
it's not. I don't think it is. I think it's the 70s headstock.
Okay, so it's the slightly larger than a regular 60s headstock anyway. The locking tuners are obviously good. You got a little belly cut on the top
Yeah,
side
belly
at the
cuts are
back
great.
here, which is nice.
Yeah.
Kind of feels good to play. I think, yeah. Well, you know what?
What's not to like? I mean,
Exactly.
if the
What
shape is
not to like?
diverse,
How much
is it?
are they?
I don't know.
We don't know, do we? Well, there we are. You'll have
I
to
think
dive
they-
on over. I think these will be like 800 or 900
yeah,
quid.
that's what I was gonna say.
Dive on over to the website. Come with gig bags, right?
Yeah, gig bags.
Nice.
Yeah, nice gig bags. The bass comes with a gig bag.
I
Yep.
have to say, the rolled fingerboard edges on this are just how I
Exquisite.
like it.
Satin neck feels lovely, doesn't it?
12-inch radius, so kind of not too flat, not too curvy. Just
like
sort
you
of
like
in
it.
the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Regular, medium jumbo frets.
adjust your knot up there.
Just the truss rod, you mean? Yes.
Truss rod, sorry.
Yes. Oh,
Adjust
look.
the knot.
Well done, Fender, but let's hear about the bass.
Oh god, the bass. So again, yeah, I'm not a bass player, so apologies already.
What are you plugged into? Just straight
I'm
into
plugging
the desk?
straight into the desk and running into a amp pick. So that's what you're going to hear in there, an amp pick from Universal Audio plugin. So you have got these Fireball pickups, and they are active. So you've got two 9-volt batteries here. So there's an 18-volt circuit, which gives it, of course, more headroom. You got your satin finished maple neck. You got your Palfero board. You got your open gear Fender's classic tuners on there. 75th anniversary, made in Mexico. Again, the same cool shape. We were looking at the guitars and going, is that slight? I think it's slightly bigger. This.
I'm not so sure, I mean, I think it's...
You put that right in the front there.
Let me just get the...
So put it down here on the
me.
floor.
Excuse me a second.
You can hardly
Let's
put it
do
down
that.
on the floor like that. See, it's slightly enlarged.
Maybe like half an inch or something like that.
Yeah,
Makes all the
slightly
difference
enlarged.
though,
Yeah,
right?
it makes all the difference. So you got a high mat, sort of really chunky bridge here, but it's string through.
I think
the
I
saddle.
would have liked to have seen that as having the option to string through the body.
Yeah.
Kind of
It would have
feel
been
like,
nice.
a little bit of extra chunk there,
Yeah.
maybe.
Absolutely. So this is a bit sort of for me a lot.
Not a big fan of too many knobs, are you, Pete?
Yeah, just 2 or 3 is enough for me.
Let's be honest with you, yes.
So volume, pan, or like a blend, so you can blend the 2 pickups, so you go from one pickup and over to the other one. There's a little notch in the middle there, so you know where you are. Then you've got a treble, then you've got a bass, sort of a dual concentric pot, which is fancy word for them. Dual concentric knob, and then you've got your middle here, and this little switch is the passive active circuit.
We'll do the tones in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you're in passive mode,
Yeah.
does that mean you just don't have a tone control at all?
Yes. So there's
So nothing
here.
does anything in...
Nothing does
fine.
anything on here, and I'll put them in.
Passive is just your pan and your volume control.
Yeah. So then you've got. So that's your back pickup. And then you can go in the middle. And then to the neck. And then you can blend the two, of course, you know. And then you can hit the, let's go on the front, and then hit the. So that's the active circuit.
Yep. It's not going to sound hugely different until you, if they're all on the centre détente, it's pretty flat, isn't it?
You get a little bit of that sort of boost from the 18 volt preamp circuit. All these words at 9 in the morning, it's very difficult. On a Monday as well. So I
quite like the mid-range boost,
does a lot, doesn't it?
You'll never hit anything in the mix now.
It sounds like somebody downstairs are having a party. So that's your bass.
I should say, obviously, in the opening jam, and we'll do an ending jam as well, the bass line in those jams is that guitar.
Yeah, bass
even.
So neck-wise, it's a nice and satin finished neck. It's a jazz.
Do they do the rolled edges on the bass as well as the guitars?
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's not overly rolled, but it's nicely rolled. Nicely set up and jumbo frets. I think these have got jumbo frets too, haven't they?
Are they? Jumbo, medium jumbo?
12 inch as well, so that's 12 inch. Lucky bass.
Jazz bass.
Jazz bass profile,
right?
yeah. So okay. it's not as wide, so
like
it's
the
easier.
38 mil. 38 mil.
38 mil. 38.1 to be
Is it?
exact.
Wow.
Yeah. Because that's the measurements from whatever. I mean,
well, cool. Well, look, let's just jam out.
Yeah,
so this is Meteora. Links are below. This guitar launches in March 2022. Hopefully they're in stock straight away from the launch, but check them out. And
they're cool, man.
Nothing wrong with these. We like it likey.
Yes.
Congratulations, Fender, on another out the park job. Right.